Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristin, and today it's Christmas in July. So for this video, it is a collab with some amazing YouTubers over here. I have crafted and watched their videos for years on end together, and it is so much fun to do these collabs because we don't do them enough like we used to. But it is hosted by Shannon from The Cozy Christmas Cottage, and she also has the channel The Daily DIYer. But The Cozy Christmas Cottage, it is all Christmas. So if you love Christmas just as much as we all do, make sure you check out her channel. I will also leave the playlist in the description box below so you guys can check out everyone's Christmas in July videos. These are going to be so much fun to watch. But without further ado, we're going to get into some Christmas crafts in July. First DIY, I am just using a wooden sled. I picked this up at a yard sale for only $1. So the first thing I did was just sand the whole top down. I did sand some of the runner part down, but it was kind of complicated, so I figured I was just going to paint it black anyway, so it didn't matter if I sanded it or not. I'm just using some chalk paint. This is black chalk paint. I grabbed this one from Dollar General, and I think it's the Dollar General brand. I cannot think of what it's called off the top of my head, but it was only $3 when I bought it, and I think this is honestly the best black chalk paint that I have ever used, and $3 is such a steal. I just painted the front white to start with, and now I'm just using the color Cardinal Crimson, and this is by Apple Barrel, and it's just an acrylic paint. I do not love acrylic paint, but it is the only red that we had on hand right now, and I did need to do 3 coats of this, even on top of a white chalk paint. I do really like this color though. It's really Christmassy red to me. I'm going to go ahead and add this Chalk Couture silkscreen stencil. I love using these. They just make everything look so high end, so I like to use these a lot in my crafts, and for Christmas time they always have the cutest ones. I'm using a bright white chalk paste in this Santa Express stencil, and this is just one of my favorites. I did pick this up last year, but I love the train on it, and I thought this was the perfect size for the front of the sled. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and add this bow right to the top of the sled. Now, this is a pre-made bow I found off of Amazon. I think it came in a 6-pack, and I'll link them down below for you guys. But I love the burlap and the gingham mixed together. It is just really pretty. I am just not the best bow maker, so I love buying the good old pre-made bows. All right, so right now I'm just going to go ahead and use these wood cutouts. My husband actually cut these out for me, and I had yet to use them. I've had them for about a year now. If you guys do not follow me, I have been doing a no by July, so I am honestly just using items that I already had on hand for this Christmas in July. There is just no exceptions to this. So I decided just to use what I had in the garage and yard sales. We have like the best yard sales during May, so I have a ton of stuff from yard sales. I decided to go ahead and paint or stain actually 2 of these houses. This is the Dark Walnut by Minwax, and then I am just going to go ahead and paint one white. You're going to see in a second here. So the first stained one, I just decided to add some twine to this and just wrap it around a few times. I love the rustic farmhouse everything when it comes to Christmas. I also love gingerbreads. There's just no in between there. I love all the fun bakery treat style things and rustic farmhouse or just rustic Christmas all together. It's just some of my favorites to decorate with. And then I just have a large Ziploc bag full of extra like sprigs and pine and berries and all the fun things that are needed for Christmas decor. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add a bow to this. Now, the bow that I had, this is from Dollar Tree quite a while ago, and I had one left, so I figured I might as well go ahead and use it. This one, I'm just adding this door. This was actually an ornament I picked up at Dollar General. I think it was only 25 cents on clearance after Christmas. I decided to add that right to the center of this house. Now for this one, I went ahead and painted it white. And then of course, I changed my mind when it came to that because I was like, okay, white's cute. But this like cardinal crimson acrylic paint was just it was so pretty that I wanted to use it again. So I just kind of dabbed some on here, and then I had to do 2 coats, I think, for this one as well. And then of course I had to just go ahead and use a Chalk Couture silkscreen transfer. Just once again, I go back and forth with transfer and stencil. It's pretty much the same. They just have sticky backs on. You can wash them out and reuse them over and over again. I think it's like up to 10 times. I think this one has seen better days, but it still works really well. And I know I've used this one over 10 times. I'm using that bright white chalk paste once again. I love this reindeer feed one. This one is a pretty old one, a couple years old. And that is it for these houses. I think these turned out so good, and they've been just sitting in my garage for over a year now. This is just a galvanized stand. I'm not even really sure what to call it, but I grabbed this from a yard sale too for $2. Another Chalk Couture silkscreen transfer. Like I said, these are just my favorite to use, and they just I have to use them all the time. I have so many of them. I reuse them over and over again, and I just think they make the best decor, hands down, and it is quick and easy. I love this Silent Night one. I thought this was such a great thing, or a great piece for the upcoming Christmas season. I'm just using some velvet chalk paste, which it is just black, but velvet just seems to be what they call it on Chalk Couture, so I always just call it velvet, although it's just plain black. I didn't think that I needed to add anything else to this. I thought it looked great just the way it was and how it turned out, so I decided to leave it. I was thinking of adding like some florals to it or greenery or something, but I think this is absolutely perfect. DIY, I also grabbed this from a yard sale as well, and it was only 50 cents. Now I did have to give this a couple coats and then spray it and seal because that wood was coming through the paint, so I did have to seal it and then come back and do another 2 coats. So this one did take quite a while, even though I did just use some white chalk paint. But the ones that was all painted and good to go, I obviously had to use one more tiny little Chalk Couture transfer. It just says Mary on it, but I thought that this was just such a great thing to use for this. I didn't want anything too crazy, yet I still wanted it to say like this is a Christmas decor piece. So I just went ahead and added that Mary, and I just used the candy apple red chalk paste. And then I just decided to go ahead and add just whatever I had left over. Like I said, I have that Ziploc baggie full of different pine cones and berries and greenery, and I thought that I might as well just use up what I already bought, and because I'm not buying anything this month for craft supplies, so I thought this was just a great way to use things up that I had in my stash, and nothing really matched, but I think how I put this together ended up looking so cute. Guys, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. Till then, I will see you all in the next one. Bye!